Hey everybody, welcome to an all new episode of Let's Stay Together. I am so excited to have my guests on the show today for a joint interview. Edvin and Omar, of course, they star in Young Royals on Netflix, which is taking over the world. So we're going to talk all about the show and their amazing characters and working together and so much more. It's going to be a great episode. Get comfy. Let me grab my guests right now. Oops, there they are. Edvin and Omar. They're coming right on in. Hey, Omar.
What's up?
Yo,
Hey, Edvin, how are you?
very good. How are you?
I'm good, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's great to be with you.
Thank you for having
You.
us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. So, just so you guys know, I created this show about a year and a half ago when COVID shut the world down because I wanted people to have a place every single week that they could come to and just have fun and hear from the people that they love. So, it's really an honor to hang out with you guys today.
Awesome. Thank
Likewise.
you so much.
Oh my gosh, we're going to
Thank
have
you
a
for
blast.
having us.
Of course, of course. And for all of the fans who are watching, I have your questions. I'll be asking the most popular questions throughout the interview and at the end of the interview. Comments are off by request because they want to see your faces and not have comments blocking them and scrolling up the whole time. So we're going to have some fun, guys. And if you're ready to rock, we have a lot to get to.
Awesome. Let's go.
Well, I've got to start by saying a huge congrats to the both of you on the incredible success of this show on Netflix that, by the way, launched just a few weeks ago, and it is exploding everywhere. It is so binge-worthy. People are loving it and watching it and rewatching it. Young Royals, of course. So how would the both of you describe this show in your own words? Because people are reading about it and all these different journalists are writing about it, but I'm curious how you guys each would describe it.
Well, Edvin, do you want to start?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's a beautiful love story. It's obviously the age group is like teenagers in high school, but it's a beautiful love story, and it talks about subjects like class, sexuality, honor.
Pressure that
Yeah,
teenagers go
pressure.
through,
Yeah.
and like family problems as well, and like all of that good stuff.
Yeah. But obviously, it's a coming of age story, and
Yeah.
we get to see these kids, these very privileged kids, coming of age, growing up.
Yeah, for sure. So when you guys first read that script and you were checking out the series and reading all about it, what was it that excited you and made you say, yes, I need to be a part of it?
Well, I was sold like directly when I wrote the script. One thing that made me really happy about my role as Simon is that he sings. So like that was literally the first scene that I'm reading what I'm doing, and it's like I'm singing. I was like, oh my gosh, like the first thing I'm gonna do is to sing. That's literally perfect. So I was just like, oh my God, this is great. So that was my first thing that got me sold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Well, it was. I thought when I read it, it was very. First of all, it was like I said, it was a beautiful love story, and I
Yeah,
also
for
felt
sure.
like it was pretty unique. With the way we were telling the story, and we had conversation with our directors about like the visual part and casting as well being something different, and I really like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. It's such a special series and script. Now, Edvin, you of course play Prince Wilhelm, and Omar, you play Simon. So these are easily two of the most beloved characters on TV right now. I mean, people love the roles you guys created. So for each of you, what do you love about getting to play your characters and exploring them, and then just having fun with them over the course of this series? Edvin, we'll start with you.
Yeah, well, I thought, obviously he's a prince, but we tried to face the challenge of not making him just the prince, you know, try to look past the titles. I think we did that with all of the characters. We never had a discussion like, what would Wilhelm do here as a prince? More like, what would he do here as a person, or regarding the person he is? And I think that was the most fun part, you know, because he's a very nuanced character, I think, and he has this emotional depth, which I saw as a pretty fun challenge. So yeah, that's my reason.
Cool. Omar, what about you?
Well, Simon, since it's my debut, I feel like uh, it was just great to just play and just get into this new world that I've never been in, you know, and just like starting to figuring out like stuff and like how do I become another person and how do I not be myself in that way, you know, and just like get comfortable in front of the cameras, even though they are like 3 centimeters away from your nose, and you feel me? So I feel like it was just the whole experience as a whole thing that I just fell in love with, and you know, it's just awesome. And I love my character. Like my first character, it couldn't be a better character. It's literally perfect for me. So just everything.
And it's crazy
Yeah.
that I don't think a lot of people realize that this was your debut, and what a role for a
Yeah.
debut, right? I mean, that's incredible.
Period.
Yeah, I mean that's amazing. That's huge. So congrats on that as well.
Thank you.
And there's so many great moments in this series, and that really make the fans laugh and cry and feel all the emotions and all the feelings. So for you guys, what are some of your favorite moments or scenes for your characters that you got to play? Scenes that you'll always kind of carry with you that were special.
Well,
Hmm.
there was a lot of beautiful scenes, I think. Many of them include both of us. Some of these scenes are almost entirely improvised as well,
Really?
which made it even more fun. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking of there's a scene in, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a scene in episode 4 where Wilhelm is on a football field. That's all I'm gonna say. That's improvised, and that's a very special scene because we had a lot of fun doing it. Because we kind of just went off.
Yeah.
I think. What do you think, Omar?
Well, you know, I love the scenes between Simon and Wilhelm. I feel like it was just such a awesome thing to be like one of, because I feel like when I was like like a teenager or like a child, I've always like seen like been like, you know, wow, like I really want to be one of those characters that do this love story and that they look so perfect and that they're so happy together and everything. So I feel like I'm really happy about doing those scenes in Young Worlds. It was always a dream of mine to like make a romantic and like love story kind of thing in a
Yeah.
movie. But then also like the more emotional scenes with, for example, Simon's father. I feel like those are really interesting, and you know, says a lot about, you know, parents and just in general. And then also with Sarah as well, we had some emotional scenes there. All of the emotional scenes,
Yeah.
I really loved.
Well, you guys nailed them, and I can't believe improv was such a big part of this. Did you know you would be improvising when you signed on to do this, or they kind of were like, "Here, guys, have fun, have at it"?
No, I mean, we, not like from the beginning, but we I think we understood that pretty quickly. We had some sessions ahead of shooting with I think he's a professor at Stockholm, the Dramatic School of Stockholm. I don't know what it's called. Uh, and we talked about intuition and using that in a scene. So we learned that as a tool to use it while we were shooting, and then we just picked it up wherever we could
Yeah.
it fit in.
That's amazing. And you guys have to really trust each other to pull that
Yeah.
off as well. You know?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
and trust our director. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
more our directors, because you know, it's like this. Yeah, it's like it's just intuition. It's just like trusting yourself, trusting the other one, trusting, yeah, the process.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, was there a difficult scene for you guys throughout the course of shooting where you got done with it and were just drained and kind of maybe worried a little bit about how it would turn out? Was there anything like that throughout the series for each of you?
I don't know, almost every single one. I was like, was this good?
Literally after every single scene, I was the same. I was like, was this really good? Like, are we sure?
But I mean, I don't know. We were kind of nervous, you know, the first times we shot our more intimate scenes.
Yeah.
We were both kind of nervous. Like, how do we? Because we did them in a way that I haven't done intimate scenes before. You know, we worked with the intimacy coordinator, and it was very planned ahead of. You know, we knew exactly what we were going to do practically. But so we got to focus more on the emotional part, and that was kind of scary at first.
Yeah, exactly.
But then we got more into it, I think.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's cool. I imagine that's, could give you a little anxiety before you do it, and then you get in your groove and you
Yeah,
say,
exactly.
I've got it, right?
Yeah.
Very cool, very cool.
For sure.
Now, this show, I don't need to tell you guys, has blown up, right? I'm sure you're looking at your Instagrams every day and are like, what is going on?
No, what do you mean? What do you mean?
So, did you have any idea that this show would be such a massive success? Or were you genuinely surprised that when it came out, the response was so great? Like, how did you think it was going to do, and how are you wrapping your head around this right now?
I mean, we all kind of wanted it to blow because we all feel like it's a really important story that we want to tell the world, and I feel like a lot of people can learn from it. So we all wanted it to blow, but we didn't like know in what level, but we knew that it was going to be international because it was Netflix and everything, but we didn't think it would be like this. I don't know. We're pretty surprised, all of us. We're really happy.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're, like you said, Omar, we're very proud of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, I'm gonna be happy if it's gonna in Sweden, if people in Sweden are gonna like it, then I'm gonna be happy. But like, the support we're getting from all over the world, Asia, Europe, Australia, Brazil, the whole Latin America community, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, well, here in the U.S. too. I'm based in New York City, and people are loving the show here, and that's why I was excited to have you guys on for all the U.S. fans as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really taken off, and a lot of messages I received when I announced you guys as my guests today were so many people writing to me saying that this show makes them feel seen, and especially because it's an LGBTQ plus romantic drama. And even from my perspective, I'm a millennial, I'm a gay man, I'm married to a wonderful human being, and we never had these types of shows growing up. And it's so cool to see that they're finally starting to come out, and in such a beautiful, positive way, especially in the sense that a lot of the typical shows around the storyline are a big coming out story, and that's all the show's about, right? It's all about a person coming out. It's cool that we're evolving to just a great romance. So to be a part of a show that means so much to so many, what does that mean to you guys?
It's hard to wrap your head around it. I mean,
yeah, like it's literally just a dream come true. Like, to be able to be one of the characters to tell this story is just crazy. It's just, we don't have words for that.
I mean, like you said, it's unique, and that's one of the things that felt unique with this story when I first read the script. And people messaging us saying like this show gave me the courage to come out to my parents, or it's amazing, and you know, it being top 10 in countries where homosexuality is a crime. That's truly insane.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's not that's it's yeah, it's impossible to wrap your head around, you know.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man.
Yeah. Well, what you guys are doing for so many is just so cool. And I also love about this show, you know, here in the U.S. and internationally as well, I'm sure, a lot of these shows that center around teenagers are not very realistic, right? They're played by 30-year-olds and above, or, you know, they're these 6'7" glamazon supermodels with
Yeah.
never an ounce of sweat on their face, or
Yeah.
like never a tiny little blemish, like nothing, right? And even fashion, the fashion in a lot of the shows is like couture and so fancy. You guys are very, very, very real. It's a realistic depiction of what people going through high school, you know, could experience. Yes, I know there's the Prince angle, but overall, it's a very realistic portrayal of high schoolers and teenagers, right?
Yeah.
So was that interesting to you when you signed on to do the project? Was that kind of important to you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. When we like met all of the others that got the roles, we were like, wow, we are really diverse and we look different from each other and we all have different looks, and we just felt like, wow, this is like something different. Like finally, like they are making movies and series where people look like people and not like dolls, you know what I mean? It's just really like awesome to be in a project where we're diverse and, you know, thinking about everybody. It's
Yeah,
just
and what were you gonna say?
no. You go.
I mean, but yeah, I thought so too. But at the same time, it was kind of scary because, you know, I have my insecurities.
Yeah.
Like almost every single person on Earth has, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, to gather the courage to represent that was difficult, but I'm really glad we did that. Because, you know, people are saying it made them feel seen, and that's beautiful.
Yeah. Real life isn't one big filter, right? So it's cool
No.
to
Yeah.
it's cool to be yourselves.
Yeah. 100%.
I think that's awesome. Now, you guys seem like you've been best friends for your entire lives. I mean, there's such great chemistry, and you seem so close. So how was it working together, and was it pretty easy to find your groove? And a lot of people were also wondering if you had known each other for years prior to doing the show.
No.
Nope.
we met the first time on our first casting together.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew who Omar was because he was in a band before, and, you know, he's had his music career for a long time. But we didn't know each other, but we clicked really good, you know, from the beginning, I think.
And it felt really right. So we just had to have a Swedish fika together, like 2 days after the casting, and just to like get to know each other. And then it all just came pretty naturally. As we said before, we had our directors and you know, we worked hard together, and we had to like work on our trust in each other and everything, and it all just went naturally.
Yeah. I mean, working that way brings people closer together. I mean, we're pretty close with the other cast members as well. But, you know, me and Omar had these really close and intimate scenes, so obviously we grew close to each other. And a lot of our filming days, we shot scenes together. Almost every shooting day, I think, you know. So we worked really close, and it was long days, early mornings, late nights. You know, we grew pretty close, and I think we also like we complete each other in a way because, you know, this is your debut, Omar, and, you know, we talked a lot about, you know, I mean, you asking questions about acting, and now asking questions about this public role because you've experienced that. So I think that's very nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's cool. It seems like you both have a deep respect for one another as well, which I think is a core, you know, fundamental thing you need in any best friendship. But I also know best friends get in some trouble and like to joke around and can be pranksters. So, Evan, what was like one of the funniest or craziest things Omar did on set, and vice versa? Do you guys remember anything that stands out?
I
Oh,
mean,
I know one thing.
okay, say it.
So I chased him with a spider when I when he told me that he got spider phobia, whatever you call it. So I literally found a spider and I started chasing him with it.
Oh no. Oh
But
That
no.
like
was
for
not a good move, man.
just for like just for like 10 seconds or something. Then I saw on him that he was like on the way to hell. So I was like, okay, fine. I'm gonna drop this spider and you're gonna survive this.
Yeah, I forgave you pretty quickly. Um, yeah, that was fun. I mean, we had a lot of fun. I think one thing, Omar, he spreads a lot of laughter wherever he goes, and he would
You
always do
too,
these.
man.
Thank you, man. He used to always do these, early in the morning, like 6 a.m. He would do these dances to, Doja Cat or Miley Cyrus, and that, just lifted everyone's spirit. That was, yeah.
I hope you got some good footage on him doing that to save
Yeah,
for a
we,
rainy
we
day.
We'll
we
find it.
we have like I saw like fans found like a footage of me doing the WAP challenge.
No way.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah,
on set.
it seems like you guys certainly, you worked hard, but I'm glad to hear you had some fun as well. And kind of going off this theme of having such a great respect for one another, what is a scene in the show that you looked at, each other in and said, "Wow, that was some really awesome work. Like I loved watching, each other in that scene."
That was a good question.
I can't think of any.
Um,
No, I'm just kidding. I think I
uh,
haven't said this to you, Omar. I think, but I mean, the scenes with you or with Simon and his dad are really powerful. I was actually watching 2 or 3 episodes with a friend of mine who hadn't seen it like 2 days ago, and I saw those scenes with Simon and his dad, and was like, yeah, that's strong. That was really good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I cannot tell you just one scene. I feel like it is scenes are just amazing, all of them. Uh, but I feel like it was really. I love this scene. No, I can't say it because I'm gonna spoil. Oh my gosh, I was on my way to spoil.
Ah,
Uh, but after that, the prince gets really mad at someone for doing something. Uh, those scenes were really good. And when Edwin, are you still with us?
Maybe froze, but he'll come back.
Okay. Um, so when he does those scenes and when the prince had to call his mom and then his mom says stuff that makes him even more angry and even more sad. I feel like those scenes were really cool.
Yeah.
Because I felt like the prince was going to like have a mental breakdown because nobody was on his side, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. That's
Uh,
awesome. I love when you guys can just really respect and appreciate each other's work.
yeah, 100%.
Let me grab him back in because I think he probably got kicked off for some reason. I'm
Yeah,
coming
that's
for
weird.
you. I think he might be restarting his phone, so we'll give him a second.
Yeah.
While we wait for him to join again, why don't you tell everyone real quick a little off-subject minute about your music? You have something coming out tomorrow, right?
Okay, yeah, for sure.
So dive into
Uh,
that.
so I'm releasing my first Spanish international single called Yo Dije Uf. It's a Spanish Latin American vibe with a lot of great I don't even know what I was going to say, but that the song is really clubby. You can dance to it. It's really fun. It's a really summer vibe, a Latin American vibe, and yeah, it's my first international single. So
That's
I hope
huge.
that
That's huge. How did you come up with it?
I actually wrote it like 2 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah, I've and I released it earlier this year on in Spanish and Swedish. So now I'm actually doing the Spanish version of it.
wow.
Uh, just because of the fans, because Brazil and Mexico loves the show, and they always tell me that they love my music and they want to hear. So I'm doing it for them. Basically, I'm doing a Spanish version for them to listen and understand every single word and not have to sing in Swedish.
That's amazing. I love
Yeah.
that. I have so many questions about that. Edvin, if you're on, I'm looking out for you, so don't worry, I got your back. Now, how many languages do you actually speak?
I speak Swedish, English, and Spanish.
Wow, that's amazing. You're putting me to shame over here. And is this song the start of many more to come? I know a lot of your fans just want more and more.
Sure, 100%. I'm actually in the studio right now. As you can see, I have some uh, billboards and stuff here behind me. I'm at my label's studios, and I actually just wrote a song, so there's a
I'm
lot
back.
more to come. Hello, Edwin.
Hi.
There he is.
He crashed.
That's all right. We got you back. We were
Yeah.
talking about Omar's music in the meantime, but good to have you back. And this is just in time for some fan questions. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a whole mixture of questions. Now, these were the most popular questions that I got in my DMs when I announced you guys as my guests, starting with number one. This was the number one thing I saw. The fans want a solid ship name. They just want one. Do you guys have a ship name you would call yourselves?
Oh, like our characters?
Yeah, like your relationship nickname. Because there's some floating around, but what would you guys say?
I've seen that people are saying that Wilmone is
Yeah.
the ship name, but I don't know if there's like more.
Yeah. I think Wilman is a very good ship name.
Wilmone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only one
It's
that I've
official.
seen.
I feel good about it. It's a solid name. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can imagine this next question was going to come up, but have you guys heard anything at all about a season 2 yet?
Actually, no.
No,
Uh,
we haven't.
we
We're
We're just hoping.
Yeah, we're just hoping, like 100%. Like we really want to do it season 2. And hopefully we get to know like the next month or the month after. We don't really know when we're gonna get the answers, but when we all know, we're gonna make it a huge news for everybody.
Yeah. And keep
Amazing.
just telling the fans, keep pushing, keep
Keep pushing,
writing, yeah.
100%.
I have a feeling you guys are going to be okay. And if there is a season 2, what is something that you would like to see for the characters you play?
I want Simon to become the prince number 2. No, I'm just kidding. I want to see a lot more drama, like a lot. I want to see a lot of drama and heartbreaks and even more, all of that good stuff.
Yeah. Also, like, I mean, for Wilhelm, he's in a, I can't say that. He's in a spot where there's more to tell, and there's a lot more to tell, and I have complete trust in our screenwriter.
100%. 100%.
All right.
Yeah.
More to come with that.
Yeah.
Next fan question. If a blooper reel was to be released, would there be a lot of funny footage between the two of you?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
We had these. I actually came up with this idea. Well, it wasn't my idea. So we've all seen High School Musical, right? Zac Efron had a camera doing like these behind the scenes shooting when they were filming the movies, and he called it like Zac Cam. And so I pitched this idea to Netflix, like, can't we get our own cameras so we could do some bloopers or some behind the scenes stuff? and they liked it. So we actually shot some stuff with our own GoPros, like a vlog. And
Yeah.
I hope they find that footage to release it.
That's awesome.
There's a lot.
A
All right.
lot of really random stuff in there.
Yeah.
Hey, it can make a good Netflix little like docu-series, so we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
We can
That's-
make an entire season of bloopers. And finds.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. I love that. Let's see. Another great question. And Omar, you kind of touched on this with the languages you speak. So a lot of your fans were wondering how many different ways can you say "I love my fans" in different languages?
Oh my god.
Okay, so first in Swedish, jag älskar våra fans. That's Swedish. And then I love our fans. That's two. Can you say it in Spanish, please?
Maybe in 4. Wait, in so we can say I'm sorry, I'm thinking. Amamos nuestros fans. Spanish. We love our fans. Vi älskar våra fans. So those Swedish, Spanish, and English, and then maybe like Ich liebe fans. German.
All right.
Don't you say that? Ich liebe fans.
We're gonna get the Germans after.
Yeah. And then maybe like français. How do you say that? Je j'aime France. J'aime France.
We tried.
It sounds good to me. I think you
Boom.
made a lot of people very
Boom.
happy. So
Boom.
I say rock on. That's good.
Yeah.
And a few more rapid fire questions before I let you go. These are just kind of some fun questions that came in that I thought your fans would like. What is a city you each would love to live in one day?
Yeah, I'm gonna say New York.
I knew it.
All right.
Oh my gosh, to live, I feel like I just want to say.
You're gonna say Cuba.
No, oh my God, Cuba. No, I would say I would say I'd have to say 2, LA or Miami.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
So both of you want to try out stateside. Very
Yeah.
Cool. Do you guys cook? And if you do, what is your best dish?
I make a pretty good pasta pomodoro.
Ooh, what's
Oh
that?
my gosh, I
That's-
want to try
that's-
that.
That's pasta with you pour some
Tomato
some
sauce.
garlic in olive oil and some like cherry tomatoes, and then you cook pasta and you just mix them, and it's creamy.
Oh, the pomodoro, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I misheard. Yes, of course. I'm an Italian boy. I love pomodoro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I cook, but I don't feel like I have one dish that I'm really good at. Oh, actually, I'm pretty good at making ribs,
Wow,
like
that's
in
fancy.
the oven. Yeah, it's like so easy, like the easiest thing ever. And I have like a secret recipe that my mom gave me that I do every time, and every single time.
Wow. Okay. I think
And
you guys-
obviously, every Swedish kid learns how to cook meatballs.
Yeah, for sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But can every Swedish kid cook them deliciously? I don't know.
You'll have to try.
Amazing. Few more. Favorite song right now, and you can't say Omar songs.
Oh, I would say I think it's called "Love It" by JB and the Kid Laroi.
Cool.
Oh,
Is it called "Love It"?
Stay?
I think it's called
think
"Love
I'll
It."
stay. Okay, yeah, sure. I think mine is right now. It's "Favorite Crime" by Olivia Rodrigo.
Nice.
Oh,
Very
that's
nice.
good. That is
Solid choices. Last 2 fan questions. Your favorite Netflix show besides your own?
Casa de
Sex
Papel.
Nice.
Casa de Papel and Sex Education, actually.
Sex Education is really good.
Those 2 are literally so good.
All right, everybody watch them. There we go.
Yeah.
And last but not least, would you do a holiday special on Netflix based on your characters.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God. What does that mean? Like a holiday
Like,
special?
a lot
Like
of
a
people
Christmas
want to,
episode.
yeah, like a separate Christmas episode, the holiday season type
Just
of thing.
something random with like the characters?
Random.
That would
Like
be
if we
so
want
good.
if we want to do it or what?
Yeah, but you do it.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
would do it. I would totally do it. Like
But I feel like we
Simon,
should do it with like a Swedish tradition, like not just Christmas, because that's international. We should do it with like midsummer or something.
Oh,
oh my
that'd
God,
be cool.
imagine Simon and Wilhelm on a trip,
Oh,
like to the Maldives or something.
I'm into that. Listen, you better call your writers and say there's a lot of messages coming in from people who want
Yeah.
a holiday episode.
Yeah.
Guys, and lastly, before I let you go, to all of your fans who have been so supportive and cheering you on and streaming and restreaming and posting all about this show, take the floor. What do you guys want to say to all of them?
Thank you. Like so much.
Yeah. Thank you
We're
for
so grateful.
yeah, and thank you for helping us spreading this important story. And hopefully we all together can make people learn from it and make this world into a better place.
Yeah.
I love that. You guys are doing just that. Young Royals, stream it, restream it, tell everybody to watch it for everybody tuned in. You guys, I look forward to following your careers. I think your stars are so bright and you have so much ahead of you. And hopefully one of these days in New York or LA, I'll be interviewing you guys in person. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining the show. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much.
having us.
All right, guys,
So
be
much
well.
fun.
For everybody who is going to ask, will this interview be saved? Yes, I'm posting it right now on my feed, so you can watch it, rewatch it, send it to your friends. Guys, all the best. Thank you again.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Take
bye.
care.
Take care.
Bye.